What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Sporgo. And today we're going to talk about Absorbing Man, a character that I think is pretty damn awesome and might have some utility for some players out there. Now, first of all, guys, aesthetically, he looks pretty damn beastly. He looks insane. Man, they did a good job on this character. Like, he looked pretty boring in all honesty before, and now he just looks outstanding. Like, this dude looks like a total beast, right? I mean, look at this guy. He looks crazy. I love it. Look at the brick on his back, the detail in his arm, the scathing on it. I mean, it is the cracks on his body. He looks wild, bad looking dude. And he can back it up somewhat for sure, man. He's definitely a pretty damn strong character. I don't have the greatest build on him, but he's definitely going to, again, I think have some utility, especially for like maybe Combat Villain ABX. I mean, Combat Villain ABX, guys, because of the new characters we've gotten, because of Hulk, I think people are, they might be. I mean, we already had Kingpin in there. I mean, people are going to be using different combinations as far as ABX is concerned, and I do think that this guy is a viable option for ABX for sure. Not really going to be the greatest in ABX with a proc, and he's okay in World Boss with a proc, but again, not the greatest because you got to cancel your skills pretty fast. And really, if you want to get the most damage out of Absorbing Man, you need to delay cancel a couple of his skills. If you don't, you're not really getting the optimal damage out of this guy, which is kind of a shame. So that really pretty much tells you that he is pretty much rage driven. But as far as his build, he had 28,000 physical attack, and his stats aren't the greatest. His critical damage is only at 159%, but everything else is maxed out except for that critical rate. We don't have any Urus on him, guys, and then his skills are all at 6. Now, his Awaken skill is different than Titania's and Juggernauts. Titania and Juggernaut have 100% charge rate on their skills. They have damage accumulation based on damage you take, right? In their Awaken skill, they got the same built-up accumulation as Sharon Rogers or Dr. Doom or Crescent, which is pretty cool. But Absorbing Man doesn't have it. However, Absorbing Man has actual damage accumulation based on how much damage you deal, which is an automatic accumulation, which is awesome. I mean, his Awakening skill is pretty much run of the mill, same old, same old. He does have increased guaranteed dodge, which does help his damage. Decreased base damage too by 30% is nice. And the increase all basic attack and defenses by 50% is really, really sweet. It really helps his power level. And then there's something that's unique about Absorb Man is that, and it kind of makes sense, is that he has heals on every one of his skills, which is wild. It's not a big heal. It's only 6%, but still, that is nice, right? I mean, he's got paralysis, so in regular World Boss, he can actually lock them down, lock the opponents down. And there's this 1.5% accumulation. That is a very, very good accumulation. That lasts for 8 seconds. That is nice. And then his 4th skill gives him invincibility. And he also has immunity on his 3rd skill, which is cool. So he won't get debuffed whenever he has this immunity up, and he won't get guard broken when he has the immunity up, or the invincibility up, which gives him native super armor. And then his 5th skill also has a heal. His passive gives him native super armor, which I guess he's already going to have, and he's got the chain of damage by 25%. This is really great for him because he does a lot of damn hits. This character does a tremendous amount of hits, and again, if you're running a rage on this guy, you're going to be able to get a lot more hits in there because you're actually going to be able to delay cancel your 3rd skill. I mean, you could do a different rotation than what I'm going to do today, but I found that I do more damage with what I'm doing with a proc than actually trying to put the proc on the 3rd skill, which does do a lot of hits. His leadership is crap. So I'll show you guys the rotation I'm doing. And again, guys, he can miss procs when it comes to playing with, a damaged proc. But what I do is I just go 3, delay 5, hit, and then awaken skill 4. Okay? And that's pretty much how I do it. As soon as that 5th skill, he throws that chain down, and he does that first little hit, you want to go ahead and cancel into your awaken skill. You can cancel your awaken skill immediately and get all the damage from it, and then go straight into the 4. Now, his 3rd skill, if you delay this thing, look at this thing. This thing, once he hits that hammer on the ground, it does an insane amount of hits. Look at that. That is crazy. That's a lot of damn hits, right? But you can't do that with a proc. It's just, I mean, and I tried going like 4, 5, and then 3, but I did way more damage. I did almost a bar more damage the other way, the way that I'm actually showing you guys. So again, it's just 3, 5, delay, awaken skill 4, and then 3, 5, delay, and then 4. Put the proc on the 4 every single time. This is what I found that did the most damage for me. And then I don't have his type enhancement leveled up. And then his ice weight is just a regular Power Banger Hulk, just stage 5, guys. I don't have the greatest build. Again, no Urus on him. And I don't have his artifact. He's just got a critical rate with 180% damage proc obelisk on him. And his uniform is at legendary. Now, his uniform options, Hawkeye is awesome. That's a great uniform option. Captain Marvel, I mean, for AC, it's a really good one. And then Invisible Woman, bad. Then you have X-23. Unfortunately, this is bad now because, especially because due to Valkyrie, I mean, she can just solo so much better than trying to do switcheroos with X-23 and ABX. And then in the next uniform option is Scarlet Witch WandaVision, which is actually a good uniform to have, so that's actually pretty cool. So he's got some okay uniform options, a couple that weren't too great, but others that were pretty decent. So let's take old boy into World Boss and let's see how he performs. All right, by the way, a little bug going on in World Boss. I've already done my 5 clears, but this is showing I still need to do 1, right? I don't know if you guys are having the same bug, but I've been having this bug for the last couple days. By the way, guys, I am on stage 10 or stage 11 Gore now. I'll probably end up talking about Gore in another video, but we're just going to go against Null, and we're just going to go against stage 19 just to show you guys the damage with this, subpar build that I have on him. So we'll use this team right here, guys. We're just going to use Winter Soldier's physical attack leadership, and then we're just going to use Taskmaster for the damage supervillains, and he also has a CPP of Insight on him. Now, as far as my roster is concerned, I don't really have any other leaderships that I could use that would actually be better than Winter Soldier. I mean, I could put Cyclops in there. I mean, he would get 35% attack, so it would give 5% extra attack, but I mean, that's not really a whole lot. So we're just going to stick with this right here. And we got an Ignore Dodge Striker in there, and then we got some damage to super villains. He does have Ignore Dodge on his Awakened skill, so there may be moments where we're doing a 3-5-4 where we don't really have a lot of Ignore Dodge, but I just want to show you guys the damage that he's actually doing here. All right, guys, so I've done this multiple times, and I just find his proc just gets off over and over and over. So this time, screw it. If we miss it, we miss it. I don't care. We're going to show the realism of playing with this character. Now there, the proc actually landed where we wanted, exactly on that 4 skill, right? And like I said before, guys, I tried putting the proc on the 3rd skill, but the damage was actually less. Now, if you're playing with a Rage and you want to delay that 3rd skill, so you get all the residual damage from that damn thing. Come on. Nice. So far we're doing really good. We've landed the proc every time, but you will also find, guys, that sometimes he gets, there we missed the proc, but you know what? That's just showing the realism, guys. And you lose so much damage whenever that happens. Here, that was nice. But he's definitely not a character that I would play with that much in World Boss because, one, we have a combat villain named Hulk, right? He has a level 80. I mean, you're going to use him instead of using someone like Absorbing Man, right? Hulk's a free-to-play character. You can get the uniform for him, and he's just going to go so much further than what Absorbing Man could ever dream of, right? And that's kind of the thing, right? When it comes to a World Boss, right? There, our proc actually landed. But Absorbing Man will have his utility, at least when it comes to ABX. I do think with some switch gameplay with certain teams on Combat Villain Day, he could be quite useful for some players out there, for sure. I don't know if he's the best, and there we got completely interrupted, which sucked. That was terrible. Let's go. Come on now. But his damage is pretty decent. I mean, especially considering I don't have any Urus on him. There we go. Nice. But it's nothing like shattering, guys. It's nothing earth-shattering as far as how much power he has. It's definitely good, but it's not like beyond bonkers, right? And we missed a proc in there, right? We missed an Awakened skill proc. We would have been able to do this in 2 minutes, right? But I don't have any Urus. I got 180% damage proc. It does show his potential, right? He is a strong character for sure. He's definitely got some power, but I really feel like ABX is really where it's going to be at. for this character. Now, I don't know if he's going to be optimal in ABX with some switch gameplay between other combat villains, like say like Titania and maybe Juggernaut. I really don't know because Juggernaut and Titania both have that 100% accumulation when you use your Awakened skill. So whenever you're doing a switch gameplay, you're going to do a lot of damage with those characters, right? Even if you don't take damage, they're still going to do a lot of damage. Whereas Absorbing Man has his damage accumulation based on damage you deal. So I imagine that he's going to be, a character that you keep in there more often. But I just don't really know because I haven't tested it. I don't have all these characters awakened. But it is a good uniform, guys. It is a zero to hero uniform. It does boost him up tremendously. It does make him way stronger than what he was before. So let me know what you guys think about Absorbing Man. I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GG+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.